But they're back today, so let's hear it for Mike Hurwitz and the Aimless Drifters.
Thank you. We're glad to be back. We're going to have fun today, though. It's going to start with an old railroad song. Yeah, I forgot my finger picks. Got to use them. Get that nasty sound we like so much. Tamp 'em up solid, so the bone come down. Tamp 'em up solid, so the bone come down. Tamp 'em up solid, so the bone come down. Tamp 'em up solid, so the bone come down. Well, the women wanna marry, get a railroad man. Every day be payday, dollar in your hand, dollar in your hand, dollar in your hand. Every day be payday, dollar in your hand. God, tell me. Marrying a baby, lying in the bed. Think about the money that I ain't made. Tap 'em up solid, so the bone come down. Up solid, so the bone come down. And you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it, but so the bone come down. Here comes that train. Captain called the water boy, and the water boy laughed. Yeah. Captain kicked the water boy, and it's yes, yes, yes. Tamp 'em up solid, so the bone come down. Tamp 'em up solid, so the bone come down. Tamp 'em up. tamp 'em up solid so they won't come down. And you can't do it. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it, but so they won't come down. Tamp 'em up solid so they won't come down. Tamp 'em up solid, but so they won't come down. Well, tamp 'em up. Tamp 'em up solid so they won't come down. We're fixing something, so we'll be back in a moment. I think I'm going to head off. I'll see you guys in a bit.
No way.
Wyoming whiskey. Why?
Omen. You realize that's a verb. I'm alive.
Would you have a bad cable, Bob? Play something. See if we can play something. Gotcha. Thanks, buddy. All right, here's a song about my mama's hometown, Vicksburg, Mississippi. I wrote this for her. She loved it. My mama lived in Wyoming for over 60 years, and she never lost her southern accent. I want, I two, I want, 2, 3. Just passing through, ain't got much time. Might look a little ragged, but I'm doing fine, going down to Vicksburg. And where the women say you are, if I can get me some, I won't be back at all. I'm going down to the railroad yard, gonna catch a southbound if it ain't too hard, going down to Vicksburg. Where the women say, y'all, if I can get me some, I might not be back at all. Oh, you tell them, Tommy. This northern weather don't suit my clothes. Said goodbyes, everything's goes, going down to Vicksburg. Where the women say, well, if I can get me some, I won't be back at all. Them Dixie gals keep you satisfied. Chicken ain't right unless it's southern fried, going down to Vicksburg. Where the women say, well, if I can get me some, I won't be back at all. one more before I go. Say so long to this ice and snow going down to Vicksburg, where the women say, y'all, if I can get me some, I won't be back at all. If I can get me some, I won't be back at all. Thank you. Well, here's a Wyoming song for you. This is down outside of, on the road from Laramie up to Rollins. There's a little town called Elk Mountain, Wyoming. And back in the day, there used to be an old roadhouse there called the Garden Spot Pavilion. And back in the day, you know, Bob Wills would play there. Ernie Tubb played there. You know, all those, Tommy Dorsey play there. So it has long since been torn down. And it was built on big green timbers so that it was almost like a trampoline in there. We used to go down there when I was a kid. We lived a few miles down the road. And we'd go down there and watch people get bucked off the dance floor. It was always, there was a sign on the door that said, "Jump on and ride." So here's a song about the old garden spot. Now out on the plains, southeast Wyoming, where the Elk Mountain Ridge climbs right up to the stars, there's a young cowgirl down in the meadow. She dreams about leaving, but ain't done it so far. Great granddaddy came to the prairie from Scotland, carved out a home in the heart of new land. His cattle were fat, and he's doing all right. His sons grew up wild, and they rode for the brand. Saturday rolls around, they all go into town to the Garden Spot Pavilion to have a little fun. And the smoke filled the air, and all the ranch girls is there. It's a cowboy fandango, the son of a gun. And Ernie Tubb was there, singing lonesome and blue. You could dance or you could fight, it's all up to you. Now she doctors a little calf and shakes off a rope. He runs off and stands there twitching his ears. She works on the ranch right along with her brothers, like a family has done for so damn many years. At night after supper, as she washes the dishes, looks out the window with a tear in her eye. That new dress she bought, hanging up in the closet, she ain't wore it yet, and her life's slipping by. Saturday rolls around, and all go into town to the Garden Spot Pavilion to dance and drink beer. And the boy from down the hill said, "Hey there, McGill, you sure are looking good. I'm glad that you're here." And they danced all night long, that old springy four, with the shades of the others who'd been there before. I was doing a circuit with a traveling band. We stopped in one night on our way down the road. I spent all my breaks with this old bartender. She'd been there for years, and oh, the stories she told. Saturday rolls around, the whole valley'd go down, and the girls all were pretty in the barroom's dim lights. T-Texas Tyler looked down from a poster in the room behind the stage where I kissed her that night. And I signed my name there next to his on the door, with all them rounders, pickers, and more. And Tommy Dorsey was there, Bob Wills came up too. It's a short ride from Hannah where the UP came through. And they danced all night long on that old springy floor at the Garden Spot Pavilion since 1904. Thank you.
That was pretty done.
We're going to do a little Russell Smith song for you. Got some new finger picks off eBay, and they haven't really fitted yet. So, what do you think, Tommy? Where do you get your finger picks? Music store? All right. Well, since you've gone, the weather's turned much warmer. There's really not a lot for me to tell. Not much work here, and I lost a pound or two. Losing things is one thing I do well, and I'd miss you if I knew what I was missing. And I'd call for you if I just knew what to say. Well, I'm still drinking gin when I can buy it. I sure bought a lot of it today. I'd still like to win, or at least to try it. But I'd still take you back if you would stay. What would you do if you knew what you were doing? And I'd tell you if I just knew what to say. Well, I'm not doing as bad as it might seem, but even though I stumble, I won't fall. Sometimes you're the last thing that I dream of, and sometimes you're the only thing at all. So everybody loves a good pirate song, huh? Wyoming?
Sure.
Pirates.
Pirates.
You know, there's this pirate, he was working on his truck, on his ship, I should say, and he got a steering wheel stuck, glued to the front of his pants, and he was a little going, oh, I think I'll just go down to the bar and have a drink. This is getting too hard. So we walked in the bar, and he said, a bartender says, hey, man, you got a steering wheel stuck to your pants on the front. And he goes, arg, it's driving me nuts. So here's a pirate song. Stole this from Mark Knopfler. Yeah, we'll take that up one. Well, yon stands my privateer, see how trim she lies. To every man a lucky hand, every man a prize. Well, I live to ride the oceans, the mighty world around. Take a little plunder and to hear the cabin sound, and to lay with pretty woman and drink my dear wine. And hear the rollers thunder on a shore that isn't mine. Privateering, we'll go. Privateering, yo ho ho. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho ho. You can sing along with that. Now the people on your man of war are treated worse than scum. I ain't no flogging captain, but by God I sailed with some. Come with me to Barbary, we'll supply there up and down. Not quite exactly in the service of the crown, to lay with pretty women and drink Madeira wine, and hear the rollers thunder on a shore that isn't mine. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho ho. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho ho. Looky, there's my privateer. She's small, but she can sting. Licensed to take prizes with a letter from the king. Well, I love the streets and taverns of some pretty foreign town. Tip my hat to the dark-eyed ladies as we sally up and down. Well, lay with pretty woman, drink Madeira wine, hear the rollers thunder on a shore that isn't mine. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho ho. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho. Britannia needs her privateers each time she goes to war. Well, death to all her enemies, the prizes matter more. Come with me to Barbary, we'll fly there up and down. Not quite exactly in the service of the crown, to lay with pretty women and drink Madeira wine. Hear the rollers thunder on a shore that isn't mine. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho ho. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho ho. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho. Privateering, we will go. Privateering, yo ho. Arr. Yes. Pirate song. Arg. Here's an old song that goes way back to St. Louis, about 1860 or so. Frankie shot her boyfriend Albert, and it since the song, Jimmy Rogers picked the song up in 1928 or so, changed the words to Frankie and Johnny, and that's what everyone knows the song by, but this is an earlier version I got from Blind Willie McTell. It's called Frankie and Albert. Now Frankie and Albert were sweethearts. Them kids were in love. They vowed to love each other beneath the stars above. He was her man, was doing her wrong. Now Frankie went down to the corner, get herself a bucket of beer. She asked the old bartender, has Albert been in here? He's my man. I think he's doing me wrong. Well, I ain't gonna tell you no story. Ain't gonna tell you no lies. He's in here an hour ago with that woman Alice Fry. If he's your man, and he's doing you wrong. Now Frankie looked over the transom. Much to her surprise, she saw old Albert loving on that hussy Alice Fry. He was her man. He was doing her wrong. Now Frankie opened up a kimono and pulled out a little 45, 44. She shot old Albert 3 times. let him have one more. He's a man, but doing her wrong. Get out the rubber-tired hearses and the two-seated hacks. Take Albert to the graveyard. Good God, don't bring him back. He's my man. Think he's doing me wrong. Now, standing out on the highway, far as I could see, there ain't nothing but a three-string fiddle playing near my God to thee. Near my God to thee. Thank you. Well, here's one. This song, I wrote about Ed Trafton. He was one of those outlaws of the Old West that not many people knew about. He lived over in Teton Valley. I live in Alta. He lived over in that country. And Ed was the mailman there. He was a rural mailman. He would carry the mail from all the little towns around St. Anthony and Rexburg and Ashton and Driggs. And it turns out when Ed was not delivering the mail, he was gathering up all his neighbors' horses and driving them over Connet Pass into Jackson Hole and selling them. And then gathering up all the horses over in Jackson Hole side, driving them back over the pass and selling them to the folks on Teton Valley side. Well, he was doing time in Boise, and he came up with a plan to rob the stage up in Yellowstone, which he did. He robbed it 15 times in one day single-handedly, which I believe is some kind of record.
Call Guinness.
Call Guinness. And he would have got away with it too, except his wife caught him fooling around with another woman and turned him in. And here's the story of Ed Trafton. With a herd of stolen ponies, he set out on a road, trailed them over Connet Pass and on down to Jackson Hole. He's doing time in Boise when he came up with the plan, gonna rob the stage in Yellowstone with a one-man outlaw band. Well, he's pushing 65 when he got out of the pen. Got a little honest job, it was good to be home again. Well, he told his darling Minnie, I got one more trick to play. We'll go live among the palm trees out in California. July of 1914, if I remember well, the grand tour left Old Faithful bound for the Lake Hotel. Now the tourists chatted gaily as they looked out on the land, and Ed was waiting up the road with a pistol in his hand. When the first stage hit the clearing, he stepped out from a tree. He said, "Boys, this is a holdup. Now listen close to me. As you look out of the coach, you'll see a blanket on the ground. Kindly leave your gold and silver there and lay them greenbacks down. Now all the ladies said how he was quite cavalier as he took the husband's money and trinkets they held dear. An old woman started crying just as scared as she could be. He said, "Madam, keep your things, you must need 'em more than me." Have the drivers pull around to the far side of the park, and the tourist had a picnic, and is getting on towards dark. 15 coaches riding a line, he robbed them all that day. Then he slipped back in the forest, he made his getaway. Took her down to Denver, wasn't all that far. Champagne and caviar, he got a fancy touring car. Was living quite the high life, he'd lay his money down, and Minnie's right there with him till she caught him fooling around. She got madder than a rattlesnake. Next day she turned him in, found his loot out in the barn, he's right back in the pen. Now listen, all you rounders, there's a moral to this song. If you're gonna be a robber man, don't do your good gal wrong. If you're gonna be a robber man, don't do your good gal wrong.
I guess so. I couldn't do it again.
Thank you. We're going to take you on a little trip south of the border now. The song features the silver throat of Tommy Broderick on vocals. This is a song of homesickness. It's, a song that it was written in 1912. And, if you're down in Mexico, I go down there often still. It's one of those songs that everyone knows the words to down there, all the young people, all the old people. It's kind of become an anthem down there. And wherever there's Mexican Americans over here, if you play that song, it takes them home. Qué lejos estoy del suelo donde he nacido. Inmensa nostalgia invade mi pensamiento. Y al verme tan solo y triste cual al viento, quisiera llorar, quisiera morir de sentimiento. Oh, Tierra del Sol, suspiro por verte. Ahora que lejos yo vivo sin luz, sin amor. Verme tan solo y triste cual al viento, quisiera llorar, quisiera morir de sentimiento. Oh, Tierra del Sol, suspiro por verte, ahora que lejos yo vivo sin luz, en amor. Y al verme tan solo y triste, cual al viento, quisiera llorar, quisiera morir de sentimiento. Muchas gracias. So here's one. This is about a couple of young fellers that, a couple of young cowhands that drifted in Jackson Hole looking for work. And, you know, if you know Jackson Hole much, there ain't that much cowboying jobs there anymore. You got to either be working on a dude outfit or packing hunters. But there's not, all the ranch jobs are taken by the families of the ranchers. So these boys come into Jackson Hole looking for work. This is a semi-true story. And ended up with a little more than they bargained for. This is a new one. It's not on any of our albums. We do have 5 different CDs over there with the rest of the band who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. They're incarcerated down in Mexico right now. We're looking to sell some CDs and get them out of jail. We get a finger in the mail every once in a while. The piano player's down to 6 fingers, which I don't know how well he's going to play when he gets back, but we're hoping that it's okay, and we're going to sell some CDs and bail them out. This is called Maggie Caine. We rode into Jackson Town in a 65 Buick with the windows down. Jesse and me in a dingo pub, quarter tank and $15. Met him in the cowboy bar, he had a Texas drawl, big cigar. Name's Jim Caine, folks call me Jinx. You boys gonna try, let me buy you a drink. Now you might say I'm in a tourist trade, come work on my ranch, make them pay. I could use a couple hands like you. Line them out, show them what to do. You work for me, you get room and board, a little jingle in your jeans. What's more, you won't have to bust your ass, and you'll be mingling with the upper class. Now come on, boys, what do you say? Come on out to the ranch today. You can choose your mounts from the best I got. And I don't care if you smoke a little pot. And I looked at Jesse, he just grinned. Jimmy Jinx, you got your men? And he said, good, let's have a round, and we'll bust out of this one-horse town. Now the Tetons were still holding snow when the July sun was sinking low, and we pulled up in the bunkhouse yard. This girl came out and said, howdy parts, welcome to the Wild West, old Jinx, my dad. You might have guessed I swept her out and made your beds. Settle in, we'll get you fed. Maggie Caine was a pretty thing, looking good in them cut-off jeans, laughing eyes and long black hair. I could see the trouble there. We watched her as she walked away, and we both knew There'd come a day when she'd be some poor cowhand's wife, wreck his health and ruin his life. We're up and out at the break of dawn, just a cup of mud. We were gone, rode out to check the stock. The afternoon we was hungry and hot. Up come riding Maggie Caine on a spotted horse with a braided mane and cut off jeans. Her legs were tan. She could ride as good as any man. Now come on, boys, what do you say? The work's all done, it's time to play. I'll race you to the swimming hole. Chicken's hot and the beer is cold. In the shade by the riverbank, we sat and smoked, and the horses drank, and she stood up and shucked her boots. Me and Jesse followed suit. Jackson Hole in the summertime, the days are long, the nights are fine. The tourists came and worked and went, and old Jinx got richer on what they spent. Maggie charmed them one and all. I left with the cattle in the fall. Jesse stayed on and went insane. He fell in love with Maggie Caine. I'm up on the Grove on packing mules. He's up in the big house, clean and cool. He don't say much, it ain't the same since Jesse married Maggie Caine. I'm riding in the pouring rain. He's roped and tied to Maggie Caine. Thank you. I'm going to switch guitars and play a little bit of country blues for you. Yes, sir. It's one by Fats Domino. Hello, Josephine. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby? Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me. I holler, ooh, ooh, ooh. I used to walk you home. I used to hold your hand. Here's a hold your umbrella every time it rained. You used to laugh at me. It was a crying shame. Hello, Josephine. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby? Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me. I holler, ooh, ooh, ooh. Broderick on pedal steel. Used to live over yonder by the railroad track. When it rained, you couldn't walk. I used to tote you on my back. Now you say you don't remember. There was a time like that. Hello, Josephine. How do you do? You remember me, baby, like I remember you. You used to laugh at me, holler, ooh, ooh. Hello, Josephine. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby, like I remember you? You used to laugh at me, I holler, ooh, ooh, ooh. You used to laugh at me, I holler, ooh, ooh. Thank you. Let's see, what did I do with my slide? There it is. Same key, boys, different song.
All right.
I'm gonna head out on the highway, called Highway 49. I'm gonna head out on the highway, boys that call Highway 49. I've been looking for my sweet woman, never she's a friend of mine. First I'm gonna stop at the whiskey store, buy me a jug of wine. First I'm gonna stop at the whiskey store, buy me a jug of wine. I'm gonna head out on the highway that they call Highway 49. It's early in the morning, go rolling in Jackson Town. it's early in the morning, I go rolling in Jackson Town. I've been looking for my sweet baby, you know she can't be found. Never found my sweet woman, you know she stay drunk all the time. I never found my sweet woman, you know she stay drunk all the time. If I can't find my baby, I'm gonna sit down and drink my wine. Thank you. You know, I was stuck in this big old city one time. I had the blues. Stealing concrete, glass into snow. Tired of the city. Man, I got to go. All boys got to go. I might ride out to Texas, roll on down to old Mexico. All you high-toned women made me lose my stride. Black cars take you for a ride. Made me lose my stride. I got a gal back home, Lord, Lord, she keep me satisfied. Now you sit there in your penthouse up on Fifth Avenue, moving up the country, and I won't take you. Oh, won't take you. It's a small town, baby. There ain't nothing for a city gal to do. Play the blues, Tom. That man's got the blues. I'm gonna sit on the front porch and drink moonshine. Give me a copper kettle, stay drunk all the time. Drinking moonshine. Yeah, you can say I'm low class. Man, I'm feeling just fine. I'll be leaving in the morning. Oh, it won't be long. Get my guitar, baby. I'll be gone. It's like that. I'll be gone. If you hear me singing, I'll be singing that old time leaving song. Yeah, steel and concrete and glass and snow. Tired of the city, man, I got to go. Yeah, got to go. I might ride out to Texas, roll on down to old Mexico. I might ride out to Texas, roll on down to old Mexico. Well, we're going to do one more for y'all. Hope you enjoyed the music. We'll be back tomorrow and play a little more for you. You know, Bob Pat was saying that last time we were here, all those years ago, that we were getting baked and there wasn't any fun. Hey, man, I never had too much fun, you know. Have you, Tommy?
No, sir.
You ever had too much fun? Is there anybody out there that has ever had too much fun? That guy, I know he has. I saw him. Well, get out of my way, you small-time clown. This country boy has come to town. So-called Omaha, I'm doing my best, stay waving the law. Finally caught me here what they done. Threw me in jail for having too much fun.
Too much fun.
There's news to me, too much fun. There must be a whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. Well, she's only 17, new to L.A. I'm more than willing to show her the way. Cruised up Sunset, back down Vine. I liked hers and she liked mine. Her daddy called me and said, look here, son, you go to jail for having too much fun. It's too much fun. It's news to me.
Too much fun.
There must be a whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. Now get out of my way, you small-time hick. This country boy has come to kick. A sold car in Kalamazoo found a guy who was ugly too. The carpenter said, hey, son, yeah, you go to jail for having too much fun. Yes,
Too much fun.
it's news to me.
Too much fun.
There must be a whole lot of things that I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. Yeah, the store's got a moral and mine does too. Ain't nobody's business whatever I do. Yes, all God's children got to have a good time. Lord only knows that I had mine. Not public enemy number one. Just 'cause I wanna have too much fun, yeah.
Too much fun.
losing me. There must be a whole lot of things I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. 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 There's a whole lot of things I never done. I ain't never had too much fun. No.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good time. We'll be back and play for you again tomorrow. We got a bunch of CDs over there. I read in the paper the other day that CDs are a good investment, so keep that in mind.
Let's hear it for Mike Hurwitz and the Aimless Drifters.
We're going to aimlessly drift away.
Oh, come on, give it to him.